All right, guys, so back again with another vlog. And honestly, guys, I say this a lot. I think we've got the consistency down. I'm all amped up. I barely got any sleep last night. I probably slept for like 5 to 6 hours last night, but I still feel amazing. I've never given you guys behind the scenes, like an actual workout clip. It's been a while, and I haven't given you guys one from what we're about to do. So you may want to try this after we do this. Who knows? We're probably gonna do like all right, guys, so we just wrapped up a workout at Congo and I feel absolutely beat. There's no better feeling than starting your Saturday morning with a workout like that. I smell like shit, but I promised my dad that I would come by and see the house. For those of you guys who don't know, which most of y'all don't know, I grew up in this house. This is the house that I was born in. Well, this is the house that I grew up in. This house has been in my dad's possession for about 35 years, and he's finally putting it up for sale. There's a lot of changes that are being made, and I think this is gonna be one of the final times I get to walk through the house that I was like raised in. For those of y'all who don't know, my parents were divorced when they got divorced when I was in 3rd grade. I kind of lived in and out of this house throughout my childhood, but right now, there's kind of like this sentimental attachment to this house. I should at least give it that one final walkthrough before it's like officially gone. All right, so this house was built in 93 or 94. So right now what they're trying to do is maximize the value of the home by bringing back a lot of the life back into it. And obviously we're updating the banisters and stuff like that, repainting the shelves, repainting the stairs, a 90s house, modernize it as much as possible and get it on the market and make the most money for it. House is completely paid off. So here we're just trying to stretch the money as far as we can. I'm gonna show you guys my room. This is where I grew up. It's my little room right here. Let me see if I have anything from childhood. I do not. And they really cleared shop. Everything is gone. That's pretty sad, I'm not gonna lie. It's my sister's room. Oh, this house is like, they're getting it ready. It's cool though, because the next person that enjoys this house, they're gonna love it. A DVD player, VCR player. This was like my favorite TV growing up. This is me and my dad. Talk about a classic, bro. 2005 vintage. Dude, I don't even look like myself. They're gonna fix all the cracks, all these cracks.
And they will report them. That's what they are doing. That's part of what they are doing upstairs.
I don't know how you can live in this.
If I've gotten a house already now.
I didn't think that you were gonna go through with actually repainting the whole house, but I can see the vision.
Well, they're attention to that thing. Because I don't want to be the one in the morning to come and do them.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we're back home at the crib ski. It's getting close to one of the best times of the year. So as you guys know, I've been involved in sports betting, and I'm not gonna lie, MLB had me in a little chokehold for a little bit. I was losing a lot of money. I'm not gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I started off hot and I started just went on this really bad cold streak, so I kind of pulled off of it a little bit. We're finally at that point, where I thrive when it comes to sports gambling or sports betting, football, NBA. I'm speaking particularly to college football today. So today I dropped that little 3-piece. 3 singles in the chat. We have Iowa State, Fresno State, and Hawaii. 3 singles I dropped in the chat. Right now we're on the first game. I have Iowa State +5. That's what I shared with the chat. I have a serious question. For those of y'all who have furry babies like that, Milo's been my dog for 10 years. For those of you guys who've been following me since 2015, she's been the one in my life, the most consistent person in my life, or consistent dog in my life. She has a serious shedding problem. Everything she touches just gets ruined. I've tried everything. I took her yesterday to get a Furminator bath. Today, she's ruined everything that I cleaned yesterday. I love her so much. She's 10 years old, but as she's getting older, she's just shedding everywhere. So if you have any comments or tips for dog owners, comment down below. And he scores a touchdown. Let's go. Quick 300. Oh yeah, real quick, while y'all are here, to give you guys a little update, we are clearing our website. Right now on nakapower.com, 35% off the entire website. All you have to do is use the code All you have to do is use the code end of summer. The whole website, 35% off. All right, guys. So as you guys know, I'm in the process of currently selling my house, which means I need to find a new place to live. I haven't really shown you guys or shared with you guys. I know there's a lot of houses in this video, but this particular house that we're about to look at is a house that I'm very, very interested in personally. And I'm hoping that this realtor is super cool and she allows us to like tape what we're about to see. So let's see. What's up, guys? We're here inside the house and it turns out she actually is cool and she is going to let us record.
What are your goals of having a large backyard? Do you want to add a pool or is there anything special about it?
I've done a pool at the last 2 houses, and this is gonna sound crazy for YouTube because they've been with me like the whole journey.
Okay.
Typically in houses, when I move in, the first thing I do is build a pool. But for some reason, I think I wanna enjoy like a normal backyard for a bit.
There we go. This storage goes under the stairs for the bathroom here. So good space.
I like it. I like the setup.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, kids are gonna love that. There's so much like, for me living in the suburbs like my whole life, like this is a lot of like, wow.
Oh yeah. No, it is, and it's quiet.
Think about my current theater room as I walk back and try not to trip. Think about my media room and think about this.
I love this. They could make a seating area out of it.
This is pretty sick.
And then it's super peaceful back here.
Damn, I love this. I love it. All right, guys, so we're here at HEB because Joey put me on some new shit, bro. As you guys know, I struggle with a lot of like stomach issues, as you guys have seen on Max's podcast. And it's mainly because I'm like lactose intolerant amongst a lot of things. Non-dairy Ben and Jerry's. I haven't been able to have Ben and Jerry's since like college because like it just fucks me up. So today we're gonna stock up on as many non-dairy flavors and we're gonna pick out when we get back home. I'm gonna give you guys a TTR, taste test review for those y'all didn't know. So last night, just to kind of give you guys a rundown, I had West African food, which like if you're Nigerian and you're watching this, plantains, jollof rice, the whole nine. And I was on the toilet fighting for my life. I want to be able to enjoy good food and not cry after. Okay, so we're about to do a mukbang of all these non-dairy Ben and Jerry flavors. So Joey has promised me, I've actually made him sign a contract that this would not hurt my stomach. So if it does hurt my stomach, he's in trouble. Starting with the one that I personally believe I won't like the most because I'm just not really a strawberry cheesecake kind of person. I'm gonna do like 1 scoop per. I don't hate it. All right, so we're on to the chocolate chip dough, cookie dough. And like he said, I'm gonna make sure I get everything. Wow, that was orgasmic. Oh my God. As you can see in my expression, out of these two, for sure. Milk and cookies, which normally is like my #1 go-to. Milk and cookies, cookies and cream, whatever you want to call it. I have the whole thing in here. Then another one that has like more cookie dough in it. The whole thing. This is underwhelming. Like for milk and cookies being my favorite one, yeah, I would have expected them to do a lot more. So we're gonna move on to chocolate fudge brownie. Ooh, this is a lot of chocolate. No. Yeah, have you had this? Damn. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. All right, so I have everything in it. I think these are my rankings. Chocolate chip cookie dough first. Surprisingly, this second, this third, fourth, and fifth, way too chocolatey. Perfect texture, perfect flavor, 10 out of 10. I would give this like a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, like a 4. Whew. All right, guys, so I just wrapped up a very good business meeting, but a lot of good things happening behind the scenes. And, I think for aspiring business owners, it's an inspirational story. But on the other side of that, I kind of just wanted to talk because, a lot of people, I had a couple of individuals come up to me this weekend and ask me about, what are the few things that you wish you would have done differently when it comes to business? And usually when it comes to business, the same questions kind of represent themselves in different ways. Mr. Beast had a statement that I was put out last week where he was just like, if he valued his mental health as much as everyone else did, he wouldn't be as successful as he is now. And I truly, when he said that, I don't really digest Mr. Beast's content, but when he said that, I resonated with him so much. But I do agree with the fact that businesses, unfortunately, put me in places where I've had to really sacrifice my mental health and also sacrifice the relationships around me. Destroyed mental health in multiple ways. If you're someone who's watching this, if you can't go all in, man, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit for you and say you can go 60-40, 70-30. If you can't go in all in, don't even give it a shot, bro. If you're not willing to sacrifice every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears and mental sanity in your body, stick to your 9-to-5, dude. So we have two protein snacks that I just picked up from GNC. We have the Anabar Marshmallow Fluff and Butter. 7 out of 10. This is really good. Next item, Prime Bites Glazed Cinnamon Roll. 9 grams of fat, 19 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein. You have to think about the amount of chemicals they put in this just to keep it in this state. Doesn't look bad though. It just kind of tastes like you shouldn't be eating it. It's just you're thinking what the hell did they put in it to make it taste like almost a brown ale? Big foe, big foe, big foe. Ah! Let's go! 2-0. So I have Tiafo 3-0 sets at a -130. Nice little buy-in. Right now it's currently 2-0. He just needs to win one more set, and me and the entire group gets to cash out. All right, guys. So while we're waiting on my check to cash, I've been wanting to get back into video games, but this time I want to actually play with subscribers. Some of you guys who actually play these games that I play, comment your gamer tag below. Try and add all of y'all. Right now, I'm strictly talking college football 26. When I graduate to Madden and 2K26, we can talk about that later. But right now, my favorite game is college football 26. As promised and delivered, Francis Tiafo wins 3-0. If you're looking at today's bets, we have Coleman Wong, he won. And now we have Francis Tiafo. We have the Braves and Marlins over 7.5 runs. And we have the Padres and Mariners over 7.5 runs. Right now, I'm sitting at about $400 made today. I'm trying to set y'all up for success. Earlier today, I showed you guys the physique, but I didn't show you guys how to get the physique. They say abs are made in the kitchen. So today, the abs that you guys saw was made in this kitchen. And stick to the basics: lean ground beef, lean ground turkey, lean chicken. We have sweet potatoes, we have rice, pretzels, rice cakes, fruits. Typically what we eat during the week. On the weekends, I like to pick out. On the weekdays, we're on the grind. So today, I decided to do something a little different. We have Princess and I in the kitchen cooking. One of the main comments I get on my YouTube videos are, show more of your fiance, show more of her. Where is she? Why don't you show more of her? Etc., etc. Today, you guys are getting all that plus questions. So I have a bunch of questions that I'm gonna answer on camera and put together a meals for the week. All right. First question, Willie Elson. Best advice to your 25-year-old self? Actually, still doing online coaching very heavily. And to be honest, I was living life. I was online coaching. I didn't have nearly as much stress as I did now. INAKA at that time was just a thought. Wasn't 100% sure about, doing it. I think the best advice to kind of not go off on a tangent and not answer the question. Best advice I would give myself at 25 is probably just to not flirt around with the idea of starting INAKA and just get started with it. I think I went back and forth with INAKA for about 6 or 7 months. Those 6 or 7 months in the long run, pretty crucial. I think I would have rather myself attack it as opposed to just flirting with the idea for a year. What's one thing that you would give your 25-year-old advice of?
It would be to be as selfish with my time as I can, make all the mistakes, live and learn, be in the moment and not rush.
You have to excuse her, she's not comfortable with the camera. All right, Urban Grit Dallas. How much of the oil and gas business are you actually in? My dad is heavily into oil and gas. That's been his thing for about, I would say 50 years of his life. He's very embedded in it because he has his own business. Me being the son of someone who is in oil and gas like that, it's kind of in my nature to begin my life in the oil and gas industry, whether that was going with him to work and then eventually, you know, obviously working for him. So when I first graduated college, even before I graduated college, it took Christian pretty much convincing me to quit working for my dad to pursue fitness and becoming like an online coach. I actually quit and moved out of my house, my parents' house, all in that same week, not having enough money after I paid the first month's rent and deposit for the next month. And it really forced me, it put me in a place where I was like forced to grind. And you know, that's kind of what started my self-entrepreneur journey. After that, I was pretty much tested when it came to like being forced to create income for yourself. To answer the question, I was in oil and gas pretty much my whole life, whether it was a spectator or actually working in it. I've worked on rigs before, been on the floor, I've ran casing, been on locations for 36 hours. Do I miss it? Absolutely not. It's your boy Jesus, that's his name. How do you deal with anxiety? So honestly, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety due to the nature of my business. That's another reason why I said you do have to sacrifice your mental health for business ownership. To be completely honest, man, it's very common in the nature of my business. Dabbled with therapy whenever I feel like I need it. Therapy is almost like a recouping point for me where I'm able to kind of like retouch up on all my coping mechanisms when it comes to anxiety, and I'm able to like relearn them. But on a day-to-day basis for me, working out helps. You know, developing some sort of routine and working out helps. Spending time with them, going out to eat, and just like doing quality family stuff that gets me out of like my standard physical environment. I think the number one thing for me though, working out. Waking up at 4:45 in the morning, going to the gym, and just working out all that like built up tension and stress.
I guess the way I deal with anxiety is praying and working out every day, reminding myself that I can't control everything.
Favorite Starbucks drink and regular coffee shop go-to order? Honestly, right now, I've been on the matcha wave.
Matcha. With oat milk, not almond.
She likes oat milk, like almond milk. Do you think your university degree attributed to much of your success? No. I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in economics, and I double minored in health and education, business management. I can't even remember what my degrees are called. But honestly, the only thing that college taught me was, you know, organization and timeliness and structure. And I guess stress management, because I was definitely stressed a lot in college, is all trial and error. Every day I feel like I wake up and I learn something new about myself and about my business and about my life. What about you?
No. College was just like an experience that I'm glad I did. Even playing softball in college was super fun, but I feel like college is only like necessary if you want to be like a doctor, a lawyer.
Is college something?
Everyone that I know that has a degree doesn't even use a degree.
Are you opposed to like our kids like not going to college if they pick up like a really good trade prior to college that makes them like a lot of money and sets them up for like financial success and freedom for a long time?
No. I mean, do you hear that? It sounds really great. College then too was kind of like what we were supposed to do. Everyone went to college, and then like now these kids don't even need to go.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, man. I wonder how these universities are gonna make money now that these kids are like wanting to be streamers and Kai Cenats and stuff like that. Are you still on TRT? I'm 35. Do you recommend getting on it or waiting? So whenever people ask me these questions and it's all age-based, first off, I'm not your doctor, so do not listen to anything I'm saying. My TRT journey is for like our current circumstance. I talked about it in the last video. I'm trying to get as ready as possible to create children in the foreseeable future. I think if for this person who's asking me based on his age being 35, there is a very good chance that they're descending. Probably not as active and, you know, when you were a kid. There's probably a good chance that you could get your stuff checked and your doctor could recommend putting you on TRT to check your levels, check where you're at, especially if you're in the realm of having kids or wanting to have kids, or if you just feel like you're lagging, you're not motivated, and you're tired and you're lazy and stuff like that. It's always good to get blood work done because you tend to find out there's a lot going on with you that you don't know about. Moral of the story, get tested, blood tested. We get tested as well for the other. It feels like there has been a cultural shift with INAKA. What brought about this change? And then the same person asked me, when did you start INAKA and how did you scale? The earlier part of this video, we kind of talked about this, how like, you know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that I'll be able to disclose in the near future. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably already know or may have an idea of what I'm talking about, but if you don't, that sucks because I'm not saying anything about it. One thing that I always tell myself is that, you know, the fight's not over until you quit. So I feel like this business has helped me and prepared me for that. I'm battle ready, I'm war ready. The cultural change, I'm aware of it too. Trust me, I own the business. I do fully plan on and intend on bringing back that culture times 100, but there's certain things that I have to work through on the back end that I can't disclose at this moment. When did you start INAKA and how did you scale? I've answered this question a billion times, but I'll answer it again. Started 2018. I scaled by just continuing to believe in myself and continuing to double down on the products that I was ordering and also double down on the marketing while also using my platforms and connections to leverage the growth of the brand. You know, we have Christian, we have Max, we have all these people in my demographic, in my circle. And honestly, just documenting what I'm doing right now. 8 years ago, I was doing this same exact thing. I was YouTubing in the kitchen, like recording myself cook in my home, documenting my entire life. This is it. How did I scale? I'm answering the question right now, and this is how I'm gonna continue to scale as well. But someone asked me if they wanted to cuddle.
You got that?
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd get it.
Yeah.
What's your answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Does your fiance live with you? Do your kids live with you? And what happened to the wedding?
No, we don't live together.
Okay.
And the wedding got like postponed.
Postponed.
Yeah. Because
I promise you guys, she knows how to talk. She's just,
because we were not ready.
yeah.
We were not ready.
Obviously, with the ring on her finger, the next step is marriage. But the first time, we definitely were not ready. We rushed a lot, as you guys saw, and it's all been documented on YouTube before. I think the beauty of this second time around was that we did things the right way. I feel like I'm doing everything the right way for the YouTube subscribers and also for us and our families. Documenting it for you guys, but also, you know, doing it the due diligence on the back end to make sure that, like, you know, this is like really what we want, which is, you know, and then also like taking our time and doing things correctly. That led to the wedding being canceled and all that stuff. Spent a lot of money, not that it matters, but I just feel like we're taking the right steps. So the day that she moves in here is because actually legitimately married. You know, that first time I didn't even like, my friends never even met her. Like Max and Christian. I mean, I knew your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just like,
It just like popped up with me and everyone was like,
yeah,
what is this?
it was just like not right. We're still here almost 3 years later. And like I said,
Isn't it crazy?
it is crazy. Is there any advice you give to young couples that are in our shoes?
I would say take your time, but also just do what feels right. I do feel like life is short, and if it makes sense in the moment, ours made sense in that moment, but came with a lot, so we had to backtrack, and that's okay too.
But
We've never told that story.
I haven't. That's why I wanted you to be in this video.
Nice to meet you. That was our story.
You know, guys, I actually find this very relaxing, you know, especially for me, how busy I am. I'm out on the road and I know there's a fresh cooked meal at home waiting for me. There's nothing that beats that feeling. One of the quickest ways to optimal gains is by making sure you're right in the kitchen. One of the best ways to cook chicken is on the grill. All right, so one more question. Sliverbach, would you consider a new marketing and design concepts? Design concept, no, because I love our designer, Joel. He's amazing. Marketing, we have a great paid marketing guy, but I am looking to hire well-established, experienced CMO, someone who walks the lines of like any fashion brand. It's a very hard position to come by. With my, I guess, experience in the 8 years of clothing, you know, anyone can call themselves a CMO, but a true CMO that will meet my needs for INAKA, I've yet to come. With that being said, I'm exhausted, if you guys can't tell. I want to go enjoy my time with the family. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, of course. And I want to also thank Joey, who's behind the screen, who's going to be helping me with my videos moving forward, for taking the time to do this for us. Let me know what you guys think about this video. My goal is to upload a video every 5 days. So if I don't do it after this, you can unsubscribe. We have to really, that's big, yeah. Anyways, every 5 days, we're going to do it. See y'all in the next one. Peace.